yeah, baby. What is up? What is up, Bears Nation? My Bear fans out there, we are back in the building. We are live for another episode here of Bears Live here on Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe. I am the host of this YouTube channel. Let me make sure the audio coming through. We got audio live here on Bears. Yep, audio coming through. I think we are up and running on the YouTube, so we like that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that kind of that's happening in and around the Chicago Bears this week. I think the first thing I really want to get into is the craziness happening over there at the left tackle spot, man. I made a video about this yesterday, but in case you haven't seen the video, basically the cliff notes is that we have a new contender in the ring for starting left tackle for the Chicago Bears, and it is the Canadian Eagle himself. Theo Bernadette is now getting reps with the first team at left tackle here in training camp. And it just makes me scratch my chin here and think about it and like, what the hell is going on? Listen, coming into training camp, we knew that this was a three-man competition originally, right? We had Braxton Jones, who was the incumbent, the NFL veteran. He had more starts at the position than anybody else on the team. So obviously he was the heavy favorite to win the job. Then you had the second round rookie out of Boston College, Ozzy Trapillo. The guy has not missed a single rep this entire offseason, unlike Braxton Jones, who didn't even start until training camp. Ozzy Trapillo has been here since OTAs and rookie minicamp. And then you had Karan Amagaji, who's been on and off injured this offseason, but he's been there getting his reps in. And he is the third round pick out of Yale a couple of years ago. So those were the three main guys that were competing to be the starting left tackle for our Chicago Bears. But as training camp has gone on, and now we are 2 weeks into training camp, the Bears have now entered a new contender in Theo Bernadette. And I'm just like, it's the same as the age-old adage when you have multiple quarterbacks. If you have two or more quarterbacks, then you have no quarterback. So now the Bears have four guys competing for starting left tackle. If you got four guys competing, you don't have a left tackle, okay? Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. We got four guys now competing for this job. That means there's no definitive front runner. Nobody is walking away with it. Nobody is seizing the moment. Nobody's taking the brass ring, if you will. And it's kind of uncomforting because we are running out of time, y'all. The Vikings are coming to Chicago for week 1 of the 2025 NFL season here in about 4 weeks. And we are still trying to figure out who is going to protect the blind side of the franchise quarterback. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't like it, man. Usually it is like at this point in the training camp where you should see some separation. You should see the competition starting to dwindle down. And for a minute it was because Karan got injured and that kind of knocked Karan out of the mix. And then it was left with Braxton and Ozzy. But now they put Theo in there. It's like, bam. So what is Braxton and Ozzy doing then? Like, what? I mean, and the coaches aren't really sugarcoating it. Dan Rochar, y'all saw the video, and some of y'all saw the video I put out there yesterday. I had the clip from Dan Rochar in the video. Actually, you know what? I mean, hold on. It's my video, so that means I can just figure out and show y'all the clip because it's my damn video. So let me go here, and y'all can see firsthand what Dan Rochar said. Because he was not sugarcoating these. He was not mincing words here. Actually, of course, I got ads on this particular account. Hold on for a second. Let me find my other account that I have YouTube Premium on, and we discuss what Dan Rochar said because he was not too. I mean, he wasn't completely dismissive, but he was not too kind, about what's going on. Hold on, let me get that out of here. He was not too kind about what's going on with the offensive situation right now. All right, let me mute me. Okay, all right. So let me see if I can find a clip of Dan Rochar, right? So y'all know how I feel about Braxton Jones, right? I am not a big Braxton Jones fan only because he's still recovering from his injury. He is not 100% healthy. And even when he is 100% healthy, he is not the best left tackle out there. And before I get into it, we got that dude, Vince. What's up, Vince? He says, ain't no way Bagent is starting over Caleb, but it's nice to have a good backup. I'm not even talking about that right now. But yeah, I'll get into that later on. But yeah, that's just the Bajan lover out there talking nonsense more than anything. But yeah, he's not sniffing Caleb jockstrap at this point. What are we talking about here? Hey, Cornelius, what's up, man? What's going on, Cornelius? How you doing, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you being here. We got Super Bowl Bear 26. What's up, man? I think he means Caleb in danger because of the left tackle competition. Yeah. Oh, you talking about my title? Yeah. I'm talking about the offensive line situation. I'm not talking about Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent is not. He's a non-threat. He's not a threat. He's a non-threat to Caleb Williams. Okay, he's a non-threat. But going back to this offensive line situation, right? So here's the clip of Dan Rochard talking about what he's seen from Braxton Jones. And again, remember, Braxton Jones is going into his 4th year in the NFL. He was a starter at left tackle for the first 3 years, and now he is coming off of an injury, of course. But this is what Dan Rochard said about Braxton Jones yesterday. Check this out, y'all. Yeah, okay.
He and I had a little communication, and I thought on Friday against Miami in the one-on-ones, and I'm not speaking out of the side of my mouth here, I saw him set with balance, his hips were down, and he used his length, and I saw a player that we can win with. When I watched him Sunday, as I told him, I said, you reverted back to whatever this is for you, but that's not acceptable. And so every day we have to go in and we'll have a standard. We'll maintain that standard or hold those guys to that standard, because what he does, or anybody that's playing the left tackle or any other position, impacts the entirety of our group.
Yeah, Braxton. So I just want to rewind this part real quick so y'all can see what the hell just happened, right? All right, so here's the rep. I want y'all to watch very closely, right? So I got Braxton Jones, I had him highlighted here. Let me see if I can go back here. All right, so here's the rep. This is the Tyson Bagent touchdown. I want y'all to look at what happens to Braxton Jones on this play, even though it was a touchdown pass. Look what happens to Braxton Jones. I'm going to mute this, and then we can go play the clip. Look what happens to Braxton Jones here. Look what happens to him, y'all. He's highlighted. There he is. Whoop! Damn! I mean, come on, Braxton! Come on, Braxton! What are we doing? In case you missed it, let's go back and watch it again. In case you missed it, look at it. One more time. Look at him. Whoop! Oh, my goodness. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Braxton. Come on, man. Now, again, I know that no offensive lineman is perfect, but the way that he just got beat so easily, he put no resistance up. At least if you get beat, offer some resistance, he offered none. I mean, he was like a human turnstile. The dude just went right through him and almost hit Bagent. But again, luckily, Bagent got the ball out pretty quickly, and that was a touchdown pass. But damn, that is the left tackle. That is your incumbent veteran left tackle getting beat like he stole something off the edge. It's terrible. It's bad. It's just, that can't be the future for left tackle. That cannot be Caleb Williams' future, because we know how much Caleb Williams likes to hold the ball. You know, we are trying to teach him to get it out a little bit quicker here, but that can't be it, yo. Braxton Jones is not it. I'm sorry. He's not it. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Ozzie Trapillo is seizing the moment either, because again, the Bears are introducing Theo Benedict to the competition, and he's now getting first-team reps. And I was like, man, is this what Caleb has to look forward to? A revolving door left tackle? I don't know. Again, we do have 4 weeks to go before we have to really have this thing stamped in stone. But damn, bruh. Like, come on, y'all. Somebody step up and seize the moment out here. What are we doing, fam? What are we doing? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. But, yeah, shout out to the 10 of y'all watching the live stream tonight. I appreciate y'all for being here and hanging out with me. We got, let's see, Super Bowl 26 says again, our left tackle position is concerning. It is. We should have an idea by now who it would be starting. I agree. That's my whole point. It's concerning. Why the hell are we introducing a new contender just a month away from the season opener? It's very concerning. Cornelius said, calm down. The Bears are just halfway through training camp. We got too many PTSD fans. Bro, listen, it's not DEFCON 5. I'm not panicking yet. But like I just said, Cornelius, we are 4 weeks away from game 1. And now we're introducing a brand new person to this competition. I don't care how you spin it. That is not good, because that means that Braxton and Ozzie are not doing what they need to do to solidify the left tackle spot. If you are 4 weeks away from the opening of your season, and you are just now introducing a new combatant to the battle. I'm sorry, that does not instill confidence in me at all. But again, we do have 4 weeks, but time is running out, man. Time is running out. And now we got this joint practice tomorrow with the Buffalo Bills. And again, we're still having this revolving door. And then obviously on Sunday, we played the second preseason game against them. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. We got Miguel up in here. Miguel says, oh, okay, we're gonna give that Miguel the troll. Yeah, we're not about to tolerate that. We're gonna put Miguel in timeout. What are we doing here, bro? Let's not get this twisted out here. You're in a minute timeout for that. We're not gonna come in here like crap talking on the quarterback like that, bro. I mean, I don't care if you don't like to get a win, but if you're gonna be derogatory about it, then yeah, we're putting you in timeout, bro. If you keep it up, we're gonna boot you out the chat, bro. Get out of here with that stuff. All right, Cornelius says, this is the first time in decades that the Bears only concern led to about one O-line position instead of a few. Actually, it's funny you say that because in that video I just showed in my video last night, I talked about Darnell Wright also not really impressing the coaches that much either, you know? So again, I don't know, yo. I mean, and again, I'm just not making this stuff up, yo. It's Dan Rochard telling you what he's feeling about these players. And Darnell Wright is also looking a little bit lacking over there. Let me find a clip of Darnell, of him talking about Darnell real quick. Get that Braxton. Braxton Darnell. Wait, where we at? Where we at? Okay, that's okay. All right, where we at? Let me go back here. Line, where you go? There you go. All right, let me go here. Okay. All right. So, Darnell Wright also isn't impressing Dan Rochard in training camp. And if you don't believe me, just listen to Dan Rochard himself tell you about it right here. Oh, Darnell.
A little bit too inconsistent. There's moments where, as we look at him, when he loses focus or fatigue starts to set in, we see a decline in play. But when he's on point, I've seen Darnell do some things that you get excited about. He's just not been able to stack it play after play after play, which isn't uncommon for a young player. But right now, I feel like there's been moments where I've seen this growth. Is this fast as I want it to be, or he wants it to be? No. My job is to inspire, to get him there, to understand exactly what we're doing, and to challenge him when it's not right, which we do.
All right, so Darnell is also showing inconsistencies, and Darnell's been kind of up and down, although he's more solid than Braxton. And I'm less worried about Darnell than I am Braxton. Braxton Jones scares me. Darnell Wright, not so much, but it's still not the best when Darnell Wright also being questioned by the coaching staff, and he is a 3-year starter at the right tackle spot. What are we doing, man? Like, well, actually, I think he's a 2-year starter. I think this is Darnell's 3rd year. He's going into the 3rd year, yeah. But so he's a 2-year starter at right tackle, and we talking about this like, whoo boy. I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I'm okay. Let me calm down. Let me take a step back. Darnell Wright does not concern me that much. I think he'll be okay. Once the season starts and he gets his legs under him, I think he'll be fine. The Braxton Jones stuff, I have no confidence in Braxton Jones at all. None. I'm hoping that Ozzie Trapillo will somehow emerge as the victor in that competition, although it's not looking too good because now he's getting no reps at left tackle in training camp, and they moved him over to right tackle. I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? But that's where we're at, man. That is where we're at. Let me go back here to the chat and see what y'all got going on. That dude, Vincent, I felt we kind of reached on Amagaji in the 3rd last year or 2 years ago, I think it was. Ivy League players hardly pan out. Oh, no, you're right. It was last year. Yeah, I think a lot of people felt like that was the reach, but a lot of teams did like Karan Amagaji as well. So, I don't know. But Poles, for whatever reason, Ryan Poles tends to reach very hard in the 3rd round. He reached for Valence Jones. He reached for Karan Amagaji. Zach Pickens has done nothing. So his 3rd round pick history has not been the most glowing thing about his GM tenure. So I don't know why. The 3rd round is his kryptonite, it seems like. But yeah, Ryan Poles in the 3rd round they don't get along too well. They don't get along too well at all. All right, well, let's see if we keep going out to the comments. Brokey says all these Bear fans were getting so happy about the O-line while overlooking we're either starting a rookie left tackle or injured bum left tackle. I won't go so far as to call Braxton Jones a bum, but again, he does not inspire confidence in me at all. So I would rather start the rookie over Braxton Jones in this particular situation, but maybe I'm in the minority. Also, we got 15 people watching this live stream. Shout out to y'all. Welcome to Bears Yard. I host this live stream every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central, where we talk all things Chicago Bears. Right now, the big thing is training camp and this left tackle position battle, which is really going nowhere. So I don't know how to feel about it. I'm a little concerned, but I'm not ready to hit the panic button just yet. But I'm just like, we're a month out from the season, and we still don't know. We don't even have a clear favorite. Like, it's one thing to not know who's going to be the left tackle, but we don't even have a favorite right now. Like, nobody's the favorite. Like, they're all on the same playing field. And you would think by this point in time, there would be a clear favorite. There's not even a clear favorite in the battle. So I'm just like, damn, what are we doing? I don't know. Broken said, we also need, what do you think? We also need to find a backup center ASAP. Dalman has a lot of injury history. Yeah, that's another thing that's kind of scary, because I know they've been trying the rookie Luke Newman at center, but apparently his snapping ability is non-existent. So he's a good blocker, but he can't snap the ball. And if you can't snap the ball properly, it's not going to be a good look. So Luke Newman, I don't know, yo. I don't know about Luke Newman, but I mean, he's Big Ten. He should be all right. I mean, he just needs some seasoning. He's a rookie. He'll figure it out. Well, hopefully he'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm not too worried about him. Let's see. Actually, what let me hold on. Let me wait. We got, hold on. Let me play the clip from the score here. We got more info or more insight, excuse me, about this left tackle battle from Chris Emma from 670 The Score. So let's listen to this real quick.
Chris Emma, left tackle, go.
Oh my goodness, where to begin? So Theo Benedict worked with the ones, so did Braxton Jones. Ossie Trapillo worked with the twos. Theo Benedict worked only with the ones.
Wow.
Braxton Jones rotated in with the twos as well. You saw formation in the second offense where it was Braxton Jones at left tackle and Ossie Trapillo at right tackle. And that was the tackle competition about a week and a half ago. Those two guys in particular with Kron Amagaji then sideline. Those two are now working in with the twos simultaneously. I'm not seeing this as it's going well. It does not feel like things are progressing the way they wanted to. Give Theo Benedict credit because he's clearly asserted himself, and this coaching staff is open-minded to anybody who can really step in and show something. But Braxton Jones has had ups and downs in camp, and we saw some on Sunday as well. Ossie Trapillo just does not seem as comfortable on the left side as he does on the right side. So there was even a formation which I only saw in the walkthrough period, not in team period, where Braxton Jones was stepping in at right tackle with the two groups. So it tells you that this is a development where A, Theo Benedict is forcing their hand, and B, those other two guys are just not stepping up.
Bro, did y'all hear the very beginning of that clip when they were like, Chris Emma talked to us about the left tackle, and he said, oh my God, where to begin? When the beat reporter starts off with, oh my God, where to begin, that is not good. Okay, that is not a good look. It's not a good look, yo. It's not a good look. But yeah, that's where I'm not gonna continue to beat that dead horse. But yeah, y'all know how I feel about the left tackle battle. It's a work in progress. Although, in more positive news, Caleb Williams is improving. There have been a lot of premature reports out there about his demise based off of practice, but apparently he's strung together now 2 good days, and that Caleb Williams Rome Odunze connection is getting stronger and stronger, which it makes sense. I mean, they're close friends. They were drafted together. They started out in the league together, so it only makes sense that they are kind of gelling together. Also, you got Olamide Zaccheaus who are firmly in that mix, establishing that rapport with Caleb Williams. So between Rome and Olamide, I mean, also we got DJ Moore out there doing big things, and Luther Burton's back there doing his thing too. We got some options out here, y'all. We got some options. The only problem is, will Caleb have enough protection to utilize those options? But let me calm down. Who else got it here? Oh, Super Bowl Bears 2016 Karan is a wasted pick. Oof. I hope not. There was some talk by the analysts yesterday. They were saying that, listen, if Karan is behind Theo on the depth chart now, then you got to try him out at guard. And I'm okay with that. I don't know if you want to completely throw away a 3rd round pick especially somebody who people thought had high upside. So if he's not working out at tackle, then man, yeah, try him at guard. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to give up on him totally yet because he kind of came into the league injured. Although he's still injured now, or he's not still injured, but now he can't stay healthy. And I told y'all in previous videos in the NFL, the best ability is availability. And if you are not available, that is a problem. And it's a problem, and Karan Hamagaji is having a problem. All right, Bronky Bear says, our running back room consists of 2 players, Swift and a rookie, Monangai. Roshan is done. We aren't getting anything from him. I don't know if he's done. I think he has like, whatever, leg injury, I heard. I mean, he'll be back, but I don't know if he's going to be back during training camp or if he won't be back till the season starts. I don't know, but I wouldn't call him done. But yeah, it does seem like Monangai is RB2. So I think behind him, we are pretty thin. We got Hankins out there, and we also got Ian Wheeler. I mean, if it gets down to that point, the Bears are probably going to sign somebody. Actually, no, I take that back. They did sign somebody. I forget what his name is, but they did sign a different running back. They signed a running back off the street. I don't know his name. I'm terrible. I should know his name, but I don't know his name. But they did sign a running back off the street. So we do have a camp body. He's probably not going to make the team, whoever that running back is. But we do have a body out there. So there's that. All right, Cornelius says that I'm still hoping that the Bears keep Ian Wheeler. With the injuries, they might not have a choice, yo. With the injuries, they might not have a choice. So you got this Roshan injury, and I think Travis Homer might be injured, or maybe he's not. I thought he was injured at one point. But yeah, with these injuries in the running back room, if they keep piling up like this, they might not have a choice but to keep Ian Wheeler. So he might make the team by default, yo. Oh, he said troll? No. Just a 4-decade-long Bear fan that's not willing to revel in mediocrity. I don't have a problem with that. But when you start using profanity to describe our quarterback, I have a problem with. But if you are disagreeing with what you're saying, we can have that discussion. I don't mind that. That's cool. Like, I mean, I just made a whole monologue about how the left tackle position is imbalanced right now. So I don't mind you like having an issue with what's going on with the team. I just have a problem with you using profanity to describe our quarterback. I'm not with that, okay? So if you got opinions and strong ones, hey, put them out there. Let's talk about them. We chat. I'm good with it. Just don't be coming in here degrading our quarterback. I'm not with that. That's what we're not going to do out here. So other than that, I'm good. And you're right. For the longest time, this franchise has been mediocre. You are absolutely right. For the first time in a long time, there is genuine optimism around this franchise with the acquisition of Ben Johnson. You got Caleb Williams in year 2 with Rome Odunze and everybody else out there. We got Dennis Allen, who's one of the best defensive minds in the NFL, as our defensive coordinator now. And there is reasonable optimism surrounding the team. But if you're not ready to put it out there yet, if you're like, show me, hey, I got no problem with that, yo. Because again, last year we kind of thought that Caleb Williams had the best team around him for a rookie. And look how that ended up. We ended up 5-12. So I completely get that you are apprehensive, but just don't be so derogatory about it, bro. But yeah, it's cool. I'm good with it. I'm all right with it. Let's go. Yo, Squeegee, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in, man. What's going on? Brokey said, when is the rookie left tackle ever good? Very, very rare. Braxton Jones was decent. I mean, he was good enough to start, and he did okay during his rookie year. So it is. I mean, to your point, it is rare, but it does happen. So I don't think Braxton Jones was the only rookie left tackle that did solid. I'm interested to see what Will Campbell does in New England this year. I think he's going to be a left tackle, and he's going to be a rookie. So we'll see how that goes. By all accounts, he's doing well in camp. So yeah, we'll find out, yo. We'll find out. Let's see. Let me get here. Super Bowl Bear says Hankins will look decent in the preseason game. I thought he looked all right. He didn't really jump off the page at me, but he looked okay. He's not a scrub, so I don't know if he's going to make the team. But again, like I said earlier, with the injury, he might. But I think he has a long shot to make the team. Him and Ian Wheeler both are very, very long shot to make the team. They're more likely going to end up on the practice squad, at least one of them anyway. But if these injuries keep happening, then that'll be a different conversation to have. That dude said, remember back when Jerry Angelo would always hit on late rounders and draft busts in the first and second round? Was Jerry Angelo the guy that drafted Cedric Benson? Yeah. Jerry Angelo drafted Cedric Benson. Oh, man. I will never forget Cedric Benson because when we made that draft pick, I'm like, oh no. And he turned out exactly how I thought he would be, a bust. I think we drafted him number 4 overall at running back, the running back out of Texas back in 2004. I think we drafted him 2004. And it was just bad. It was all bad, bro. It was all bad. Cedric Benson was not the one. He was just not the one. All right, Chris Courtney says, Vipe. People forget that this is our 3rd offense in 2 years. Ain't that the truth? Enough to fry anyone's brain and changes. I'd rather we have bloated positions now than in 3 weeks thinking, what the hell do we do now? Yeah, I agree, Chris. I feel like, training camp is where you want to have this battle, right? That's what training camp is for. They're training camping for the Bears to practice and figure out what positions are going, or what people are going to fit what positions the best. So if we're having this left battle conversation in training camp, that is cool. But if we're still having this left battle conversation in 2 weeks, that is a problem, okay? If we're having a left tackle conversation in the next 2 weeks, that is a problem. However, my man Jeff from the Bears blog seems to believe that this is not going to be a battle much longer. I've tweeted to him today, asking him what his thoughts are on the left tackle position, and he actually, he answered me. He tweets me every now and then when I reach out to him and whatnot. But this is what he had to say about the Bears left tackle battle. He says, hold on, me zoom in here. Okay, it won't go further. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. All right. I think in their eyes, they don't have one right now, but the rotation won't continue beyond this weekend. So, according to Jeff from the Bears blog, who's very plugged in with the team, he is saying that it won't be a rotation after the Bills preseason game. I don't know if I believe that, because that means they will have a firm decision in place by the time the preseason game is over with on Sunday night. And I don't know if that's realistic, but again, he's very plugged into the team. If he seems to believe that there won't be a rotation after this weekend, I'm gonna put put a good faith in him that might be possible. But yeah, we'll see. I'm in that mode where I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, I'll believe it when I see it, yo. Squeegee said, hell no, I'm not starting Jones, and I'm damn sure not extending him. I don't think there is any scenario on this planet where the Bears are going to extend Braxton Jones. I think I talked about this in a video a month or two ago. Do y'all know what the going rate is for a starting left tackle in the NFL? It is anywhere between $15 million and $28 million a year. That is the going rate for a left tackle, a starting left tackle in the NFL, anywhere from $15 million a year to $28 million a year. Do anybody in this chat feel like Braxton Jones is worth $15 million a year? I do not. Okay. And that's the low end, okay? That's the low end. If you feel like Braxton Jones is worth $15 million a year, let me know. Talk to me. I don't feel that way, okay? I don't know if he's worth $10 million a year at this point. The man can't stay healthy, and like I say in every video, even when he is healthy, he is serviceable at best. He probably more towards the bottom of the barrel when it comes to starting left tackles in the NFL. He is not worth $15 million a year. I don't think the Bears extend him at all. I highly doubt it. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe he has a hell of a season and they extend him. I don't see it happening, bro. I don't see it happening. All right, let's see. Broken said, I hate to break to Bears fan, but this is more than a 1 year rebuild. Bro. We on year 4, bro. Bro, this is the 4th year of the rebuild, my guy. Okay. We are past the whole rebuild phase. We are on to compete or go home. I know we just got a new head coach and we're installing a new offense, but the rebuild is over, guy. The rebuild is over, guy. Have you seen our roster lately? We have stacked a roster that can compete with anybody in the league. They just need better coaching, which they now have. So the rebuild stage is over with. We've done that already. That's done. Now we're on to compete and win. And if the Bears are competing and winning, somebody can fire it. And it's probably not going to be Ben Johnson. Somebody can fire it, and it's not going to be Ben. So y'all can do with that information what you will, okay? I'm not breaking any inside information. I don't have no interior knowledge of this. I'm just logically guessing that if the Bears don't win this year or next year, whatever, he might get a year or two, for the coaching thing to come together. But if the Bears don't win next year, somebody getting fired, and it ain't Ben Johnson. I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. Sound is echoing. Really? For clipped. Oh, okay. Oh, for clipped. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why. Okay, well, I'm not really playing too many clips, so I'm not gonna worry about that tonight. But I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that for the future. Okay, I'll look into that. Yo, Snowman, what's up, bro? How you doing, girl? Guy? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you being here, my dude. What's going on with you? What is going on with you? Squeegee said Ben Johnson has so many tricks up his sleeve, nobody knows what's gonna happen, and that is the beautiful thing, right? So all offseason long, as they have explained to us, Ben Johnson has been throwing everything and the kitchen sink at Caleb Williams, trying to see what he can handle and what he can't handle. But now that we've got all the installs in there, and he's seen Caleb Williams practice for weeks now he's going to start peeling back the layers and focusing on what Caleb can do well, and then developing the offense around what Caleb can do well. So, but like you said, Ben Johnson is an innovative offensive mind. He has a lot of tools at his disposal, and he's not alone, because it's not just Ben Johnson. You got Ben Johnson, you got Declan Doyle, you got Antoine Randall, you got JT Barrett back there, okay? So there are multiple good offensive minds in this offensive room that Ben can lean on to maximize the talent that this team has. So I'm excited. You should be excited. And as long as they can get rid of these pre-snap penalties, are y'all listening to Chicago Bears? As long as they can get rid of these pre-snap penalties, the offense should be good, okay? The offense should be all right. Get rid of the pre-snap penalties, please. Thank you very much. Because you can't really run an offense with all of these pre-snap penalties, okay? If you can't snap the ball properly, that's a problem. That is a problem. And for a team this talented, that should not be a problem. That is basic NFL football 101. Get yourself set at the snap. Why are we having pre-snap penalties, fam? What are we doing, yo? What are we doing? I love talking beer with y'all. It's like I do videos every day, but not Thursday. But I think this is like my favorite time to rock with y'all, because I can talk to y'all one-to-one in the chat, and we can have our discussions to talk about Bears and do all the things. Man, I love it, yo. But yeah, we need to clean up these pre-snap penalties for sure. Kind of annoying. All right, Cornelius says, these are a bunch of non-stories because in practice. We talking about practice. I will agree with you to some extent. The Caleb Williams sucking in practice is completely overblown. Colin Cowherd over there waffling, and a lot of the other national media, and even some of our local media, over-exaggerating his struggles is so stupid, it's so annoying. What is not overblown, Cornelius, is this left tackle situation. That is not overblown, because that is a problem. That is a legitimate problem. We have no left tackle right now, okay? And we are a month away from the season starting, and we don't know who the starting left tackle is going to be. That's a problem, my guy. That is not overblown. So while I agree with you in some respect, as it relates to this left tackle situation, I don't know. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I'm just saying the left tackle situation is not overblown. That is a legitimate problem that we need to figure out sooner rather than later, because we need to have these 5 starting guys start to develop some chemistry and cohesion together, and we can't do that if the left tackle is constantly rotating, us trying to figure out who's going to be the starting left tackle. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. All right, that dude saying Caleb and Rome also played against each other in the Pac-12, so they have that familiarity. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you're talking about Caleb Williams being on one side and Rome being on the other side. I mean, their team played together, but they don't. I mean, that doesn't really mean much. That doesn't mean. What am I trying to say? That does not mean nothing for them building chemistry. I mean, you got a quarterback on one team and a wide receiver on another team. I mean, it's not like they went head to head against each other. So yeah, but I see what you're saying though. Yeah, Roschon has a foot injury. Don't know when he's going to be back. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But I keep telling y'all, in the NFL, say it with me now. In the NFL, the best ability is availability. And if Roschon Johnson is not available, Cal Monangai is going to take his cookies. And Cal Monangai is there. You got this Haskins guy. You also have Ian Whelan back there. And then this guy that found off the street. Somebody's going to take Roschon's cookies if he's not there to take them himself. Okay? It is what it is out here. The best ability is availability. Why, bro? Why are you so? You know, I understand what you're trying to say, but it sounds like you're anti-Roshan. But he's not out for the year, yo. You act like he's out for the year. He'll be back, yo. He will be back, yo. He will be back. Cornelius said, "Boy, do we need the other game." Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow, I'm way behind the chat. Am I? Britton Brown. Okay, that's the guy that we found off the street. Okay, I'm so far behind the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll try to catch up a little bit quicker here. But Britton Brown is the guy that we just signed off the street to be our camp body running back. So that's his name. God damn, I'm so far behind the chat. That's cool. If I'm that behind, if I'm that far behind in the chat, that means that y'all are chatting it up, which I don't mind at all. Keep the conversation going longer. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'll catch up eventually. I'll catch up. Don't slow down for me. Y'all keep chatting out there. All right, Super Bowl Bear says, did you see that last play today in camp before practice ended? One-on-one sweating right? Oh my God. Bro, yo, let me see if I can find that. Because Darnell Wright mouthed him. He mouthed him for real. That was savage. That was absolute savagery how he got mouthed, bro. I mean, Dave probably has it. Dave has all these clips. Let's see. Dave has the clip. Here it is. I found that dude. I can always rely on Dave to have the clips, yo. Dave has all the clips out here on Twitter. But yeah, look at this, y'all. Look what happened here. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for y'all. All right. I can think that big I can make. But watch what happens here, y'all. Watch what happens. Me mute the sound just in case. All right, look at the pass. That's Darnell, right? Look at him go. Well, he didn't really moss him. He just routed him up. Yeah, he didn't really moss him. He routed him up though. He just routed him, bro. Sweat never had a chance, fam. Montez Sweat never had a chance. He got cooked, yo. He got cooked, bro. Also, that Jonah Jackson versus Andrew Billings clip. Now, Andrew Billings almost got mossed for real, but Jonah Jackson dropped the ball, bro. If you gonna call for the ball, he had his hand up. If you gonna call for the ball, Jonah Jackson, I need you to catch the damn ball, okay? I know you're a lineman, but catch the ball. Don't call for the ball if you're gonna drop it, my guy. Catch the ball, yo. Catch the ball. All right, let me keep going here. Let me try to catch up with the chat a little bit. Let's see. All right. Yep. Okay, we got that one. Okay. I think we have a different good though too. Okay, all right. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Okay, my none got a good. Okay, 2004. Okay, 2004 current step that should concern people. 22%. Blah blah blah. Okay. All right. I want to talk about this real quick because a lot of people have been bringing this stat about that Miguel bringing up here. So Miguel says 2024 Caleb stat that should concern people. 22% completion rate on passes over 15 yards, worst of any QB since 2008. 34% pressure sack, worst in the NFL. 466 yards lost to sacks. Okay, so a big criticism of Caleb Williams last year was his deep ball was inaccurate, right? Like Miguel said, 22% completion rate on deep ball, basically. My response to that is this. When you are constantly in fear for your life back there as a quarterback, it's probably going to mess up your deep accuracy just a little bit. I'm just saying. The man was sacked 68 times. He was in constant fear for his life. Of course his deep ball was off. You try sitting back there with 300-pound dudes running at your face every 5 seconds and see how accurate your deep passing going to be. It's not going to be accurate, bro. So here's what I would say to this, right? While I understand that this is a legit criticism, right? I feel like that will improve this year because his protection is going to improve. So as his protection improves, his comfort level is going to go up. And the more comfortable he gets, the more accurate his deep ball will become. I mean, we're already seeing in the training camp. There's already been reports of him throwing 40-yard, 50-yard touchdown passes. So I feel like his deep ball not being accurate was a direct result of the crazy, insane pressure that he faced in the pocket. But now that he has an upgraded, improved offensive line behind him, I think his deep ball accuracy will improve in 2025. But if we're having the same conversation in 2026 or at the end of the season, we can definitely revisit it and talk about it. But I think that will improve. Okay, let me see. Hey, Chris, I appreciate you. 12:30 a.m. in England. Wow, you stayed up late, bro. I appreciate you hanging out, man. Thank you for that. Have a good evening and bear down. Let's see. Super Bowl Bears and trade Braxton to the Chargers. They are not trading Braxton Jones. Given the fact that he is the most tenured left tackle on the team, they're not trading him. Stop it. Squeeze said Jones would cost $20 million a year minimum. Yeah, we are not paying him $20 million a year. That is not happening. I must be way behind it. I talked about that like 20 minutes ago. I must be so far behind. But yeah, We're not paying him $20 million a year. Hell no. Absolutely, positively not. It ain't happening. Okay. Miguel says Jones is the backup at best. You might be right about that. You might be right. He's definitely not. I won't say he's not a legitimate starter, but he's not a starting tackle that you want on the team. If you got Braxton Jones on your team, you don't want him to be your starting left tackle. That's like worst case scenario. That's like an emergency starting situation. You don't want him. He should be your backup. So I agree with you on that one, Miguel. I agree. He should be your backup at best. Squeegee said the offense was installed last week. Dude, the offense was installed. The offense have been getting installed for weeks now. It's not been last week. This has been an ongoing process, my guy. It's not just a 1 week thing. So, yeah. Broken said, Vipe, that doesn't make sense. A new head coach, DC, new offense, second year QB is a rebuild, and it's a joke that Polk got an extension. In terms of building the roster, it's not a rebuild. Ryan Poles has been rebuilding the roster for 3 years. Okay, I'm talking about the roster rebuild. It's not a rebuild. Yes, I agree with you that they got a new coach and things like that, and they're installing a new offense. Sure, but it ain't a rebuild, bro. That's just part of the process at this point. We are past the rebuild stage. That rebuild stage is over. That is over. Oh, dude. I think Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson will even agree with you. This ain't no rebuild, bro. Ben Johnson said when he was hired, he expects to win in 2025. He said that when he got hired. So Ben Johnson doesn't think it's a rebuild, nor do I. It is not a rebuild. That dude Vince said Ben made Goff look good. I have faith. I mean, Goff was so here's the thing that people keep forgetting or glossing over about Jared Goff, right? When Ben Johnson got to Jared Goff, Goff was already in the NFL for 6 years. That was year 6 before he got the tutelage from Ben Johnson. So he already had 6 years established in the league. We're on year 2 with Caleb, yo. I'm not sure you could make a direct comparison there when Goff had all that experience under his belt and Caleb does not. I think the process is going to look very different for Caleb because this is year 2. Goff had 6 years, so if you're expecting Jared Goff-like production, you might want to temper your expectations. I think Caleb can do it. I'm just saying that that's not a guarantee. So yeah, it's gonna be some rough times ahead, but I think Caleb is bright enough to figure it out and work it out, and he will. Let's see. Squeegee said King Booker made a point, and B. Johnson hit on it yesterday. They are hitting these guys with long, complicated play calls, so when they trim down the playbook, the offense will automatically play faster. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Absolutely. Yep. So I talked about how Ben Johnson was overloading Caleb, and now that the offense is installed, you're going to peel it back to make things a little bit easier for him. So yeah, it's all like Ben Johnson has a plan, even though there's a lot of people out there running their mouths and not agreeing with it. But again, this is not his first rodeo. He's been in the league for 13 years. He's seen it all. He's done a lot of things as coordinator and a coach of different aspects of the team. Now, he's obviously never been a head coach, but he's been an offensive coordinator. He's been a running back coach, tight end coach, wide receiver coach. Ben Johnson has been around the block. So he clearly has a plan to develop Caleb Williams, and he's implementing his plan. So it's on us to let him do that. We have not played a game in the season yet. People are doubting and questioning Ben Johnson. What are we doing here? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? It's ridiculous. It really is. It's stupid. You think you know more football than Ben Johnson, or I should say, they think they know football. They think they know more football than Ben Johnson. No, they don't. No, you don't. Shut up. Shut up and let Ben cook. Shut up and let Ben cook. Thank you. All right, let's see. Our coordinator said Poe got an extension because Eberflus was picked by ownership. No, he got an extension because Ben Johnson wanted him there. That's why he got the extension, okay? People keep discounting Ryan Poe's impact on getting Ben Johnson to come to the team. Ryan Poe was very instrumental in Ben Johnson choosing to come to Chicago, so I'm going to need y'all to stop selling Ryan Poe short, okay? You might not like his move, but he was instrumental in getting Ben Johnson to come to the Bears, so I need y'all to calm down a little bit. Y'all need to calm down. All right, Cornelius also says, Chase Keenum also pointed out that Ben Johnson is coaching up Caleb without their crutch of plays on a wristband, which he said is unusual. Yeah, because I mean, again, Ben Johnson wants Caleb Williams to master the playbook. he wants him to master it in a way where he doesn't have to think about it. He wants him to just go out there and operate, given what he sees the defense cook up. So in order to do that, he has to master the playbook. He has to know where guys need to be on any given play. I think I've heard stories about how he's been directing Luke DeBurden in training camp about where he needs to be before the snap. So Caleb Williams is mastering the playbook, so he knows what to do once he gets to the line and he sees how the defense is lining up. Then he knows how to proceed with the rest of the personnel on offense, and then he's going to hike the ball and go where he needs to go. So, yeah, he's trying to throw everything at Caleb Williams so Caleb can master the offense so he can play without thinking. That is the problem with Caleb Williams is that he thinks too much. That's why he holds the ball too long, because he's thinking and not reacting and playing. They want him to react and play. And the way that they're teaching him the offense will allow him to react and play when it matters most. That is what we want. Yeah, right. He routed him up, bro. He routed him up. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful route up. Oh, yeah. But my point is that they've been installing for like a couple of weeks now, so it wasn't a 1 week thing. But yeah, you're right. They finished there last week, but it was a multi-week process for the install. You're right. I think we're both right then. All right, let's see. Okay, I already highlighted that. Okay. Miguel says, if we're going to use Caleb running for his life as an excuse for being the most inaccurate deep passes in 2028, then the O-line we had last year was the worst O-line to be rostered in 13 years. I don't know. I don't know the number, but they were pretty bad. They weren't good. They allowed a team record 68 sacks. And I know what you're going to say I know what the first thing that's going to come out of your mouth is, a lot of that was on Caleb. No. Some of it was, yes. Most of it, no. They have done research about this, and the research shows that only a few of those sacks were because of Caleb Williams. A lot of that was because the line did not hold up. So I don't know if they're the worst offensive line in 13 years, but I know that they were pretty damn bad. And they held the team record for sacks allowed in Chicago Bears history. So it's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. All right, let's see. We got here. Let me keep going here. Let's see. Let's see. Super Bowl Bears and Case left practice early with an injury. Hope he's all right. I hope so too. I'm not too concerned because he's QB3. But if Caleb or Beijing gets injured, then I'm concerned. I'm not too concerned about Case Keenum getting injured, but hopefully he's okay. I mean, whatever it was, it couldn't be that serious. They was a light practice, so how did he get injured during a light practice? There was no hitting. So whatever it was, I'm hoping it was minor. He'll be back. I think he'll be fine, though. I think he'll be all right. Let's see. All right, I'm caught up with the chat. Yes. Super Bowl Bears and Joe Thuney also caught a pass from Caleb. I saw that, too. Joe Thuney routing up Grady Jarrett. They made Grady Jarrett do push-ups after that, too, because he got routed up by Joe Thuney. Yo, if you would have told me that Joe Thuney was routing people up in 2025, that was not on my bingo card, yo. That was not on my bingo card. Joe Thuney running routes and routing up Grady Jarrett. That was not on my bingo card. Yeah, that's my point. Like, you're right. How did he get hurt in an unpadded practice? Like, whatever it was, hopefully it was minor and he'll be back. But yeah, it wasn't nothing. Nothing was happening. Nothing was going on. He should have been mad. He should have been mad. You got rounded up by a 300-pound man. If you get rounded up by a 300-pound man, you should be mad, yo. You should be mad. He should be mad. He should be mad. He should be pissed, yo. How you let that happen, Grady Jarrett? How you let that happen, bro? Oh, KO Sports Talk. What's up, man? I talked about this earlier, but yeah. Dan Rochard said that Darnell Wright has been inconsistent. And you're going to get that. Again, Darnell Wright is going into year 3. So he's still learning the NFL ropes. And, he's been inconsistent. But I believe that we have the right coaching staff in place to get that out of him. So I think that Rochard will be able to coach him to be more consistent and less inconsistent. So I think it's just one of those things where he needs to get more reps and better coaching, and he'll be fine. Like I said earlier, before you got here, I'm less worried about Darnell Wright. I'm more worried about Braxton Jones potentially being the left tackle when the season starts. That worries me, okay? I am legitimately worried about Braxton Jones being our starter again. Even though I know he has the most experience, I'm still worried. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's funny. Wait, you're not gonna out. Now I gotta find out. Hold on. Now I gotta find out. I gotta find out one. All right, I got it right here. All right, I found it. Let me go back here. Let's play the clip real quick. All right, so now we got Joe Thuney routing up Grady Jarrett right here. Let's see how this goes. Play. Where we at? Oh my God, bro! No! Oh, not like that! Not like that! Oh my God! Damn! He crossed him over, bam! He crossed him over like basketball. He pulled an Allen Iverson on him. Oh! I gotta watch it again. Damn! He crossed him up, bro! He's 300 pounds. How did a 300-pound man cross you up like that? Damn! Hold on, we gotta watch it again. Oh, he didn't cross. He didn't cross. He just pushed him off him. Okay. All right, that was less impressive than I thought it was. Let me calm down. All right. He did just, he routed him up though, but it wasn't a crossover. But damn, he routed him up. Oh my God, that's embarrassing, bro. Woo! Oh man, either way, that's embarrassing, bro. Yeah, he should have did push-ups after that. He should have done push-ups after that, bro. What annoying is this? Oh, that's tape. Okay, let me go back. All right. Oh Lord. Yeah, he got smoked. He got smoked. He did. Squeegee says, I can't wait for Sunday, man. Tomorrow practice should be a slobber knocker. I mean, here's the thing though. The starters are playing on Sunday. So I don't know how hard they're going to go tomorrow, knowing that they're playing on Sunday night. So it might not be as much of a slobber knocker as the joint practice was with the Dolphins, but it should tell us a lot. Tomorrow, joint practice is going to explain a lot, like who gets left tackle 1 rep at joint practice tomorrow. That might be a good indication of who might start on Sunday night. So we're going to see what happens tomorrow in the joint practice for sure. Absolutely. Fam, it was nasty out here, bro. It was nasty. He got crisscrossed, bro. He got crisscrossed. Woo. Super Bowl Baron says, would have been fun to see Rochar or Ben running in the middle after that. Oh, Ben was probably running over there somewhere. Ben was probably laughing his ass off over there. Yeah. Tomorrow they're going to actually run real offense and real defense. Well, actually, a little bit. It is an open practice to the public, so I don't know if they're going to run too much stuff that they want the team to see. Because again, you're going to have fans there. They're going to have their cell phones out, video recording. So I don't know if they're going to run too much stuff that is going to be real stuff. I mean, obviously, some of it will be real, but I don't know how much of it is going to be out there for people to see since they're going to be cameras and recording and everything like that. It's an open practice to the public. So yeah, not too much, but probably more than normal, I would say. Definitely. All right, let me see. Do I have anything else I want to talk to y'all about? Let's do what else out here. What else is going on here? All right, we talked about, we got to talk about this. This we got to talk about. Oh, boy. So, in non-Bears related news, apparently, the Packers are trying to make a major move to acquire a big-name talent here. According to Ricky Scoop, and Ricky, he's not official out there like Schefter and Ian Rappaport, but Ricky has had breaking news in the past. So, when Ricky puts something out there, you pay attention to it. And Ricky put this out there. The Packers are trying to trade for Micah Parsons. Now, obviously, the Dallas Cowboys that came out and said they're not moving him. But the Packers apparently got a deal on the table. Listen, let me tell y'all something real quick, yo. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me put the camera back on me. Put the camera back on me, yo. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you Packer fans something real quick. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than Michael Parsons to mess with the Chicago Bears, okay? Are you hearing me, Packer fans? It's going to take a lot more than Michael Parsons to mess with what we got going on here in Chicago, okay? You need more than that. You need more than Michael, okay? You ain't got enough, baby. You ain't got enough ammo. You don't have enough firepower. You ain't got enough coaching to mess with what's happening here in Chicago. So you can go out there and try to get a Michael Parsons. You probably won't. But even if you did, it's still FGB, okay? It's still FGB. Y'all ain't got nothing coming, okay? You got nothing coming, okay? So I just thought that was funny that the Packers of all teams are trying to go out here and get Micah Parsons like it's gonna matter. No, we're still taking the division. We're still taking the North from everybody. Everybody got to be in the second place to the Bears. We're taking the North this year, and we're not giving it back, bro. Squeeze said, I can't believe Dallas would give anything to Green Bay less than the fleet. Probably. Oh, you know, Dallas is not giving up for anything less than like 2 first rounders, yo. Like, that's like the minimum. And then they're going to go to work. Woo! Oh, let's see. All right. Before I go here, let me play this. I haven't listened to this, so we can listen to this together. WWE superstar Seth Rollins was on Good Morning Football, and they asked him about his thoughts on Ben Johnson or whatever, and hopefully this doesn't have music in it or anything. I'm not going to be able to play it, but let's see what Seth Rollins has to say about Ben Johnson.
Either. I was locked in on what he was saying, man. He overloaded Caleb Williams on purpose because he wants to see what he's made of, and that's the kind of coach I need. I want somebody who's going to push my young lion. I want somebody who's going to make him the best version of himself, because I tell you, the best version of Caleb Williams can lead the Chicago Bears to the North Championship and to the Super Bowl.
Talk about it.
They got the people in the place. It's all hinging on this kid. I cannot wait to see what it looks like in Soldier against Buffalo this weekend. I am hyped for Caleb Williams. I'm ready to go, dude. Go. Just seeing the week last week against the Dolphins, seeing the backups run the Ben Johnson offense and see the speed and the pace coming out of the huddle with 20 seconds left on the play clock. Are you kidding? In Chicago?
Refreshing.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see Caleb operate this offense, man. I want to see efficiency. I want to see him smooth. I want to see him on time.
Couple deep shots.
Yeah,
why not?
Man? Get it up.
Maybe a trick play.
Let's go. Why not? You see how excited you're getting? I'm telling you,
feeding off of you.
Yes.
Yes, let's go, Steph. Let's go, Steph. That's what I'm talking about. Get Caleb Williams out there with the Ben Johnson offense. Let's see that efficiency, because like I told y'all earlier, Caleb Williams has improved this week in training camp. So let's see that improvement translate to Sunday night against the Buffalo Bills. He's going to be out there with the starters. Let's see them get to the huddle. Let's see no pre-snap penalties. Let's see that Caleb to Rome connection. Let's see what all the alumni the kids hyping about. I am ready for this. I hope y'all are ready for it. I am ready to see the Bears and the Bills on Sunday night on the lakefront here at Soldier Field. It's going to be lit. Now, we know they're not going to be on there too long, but still, it's Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson's offense. Oh, my. It's Christmas in August, y'all. It's Christmas in August, and I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Yo, D-Lo, what's up, my dude? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Salute, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in. Queegi said Dallas and Green Bay had bad blood since Super Bowl I. He did the Ice Bowl. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about all that, but I'll take y'all word for it. But yeah, I don't think they're trading Michael Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. I highly doubt that. If they trade him anywhere, it'll be out of the NFC. They don't want to see him in the AFC. They don't want to see him in the NFC. They're going to trade him to the AFC, if anything. Yeah. But yeah, all this, like I said, before I get out of here, all this Caleb Williams nonsense about how he's overwhelmed and he's struggling and different things like that. That's by design, yo. Like I explained earlier, Ben Johnson has intentionally overwhelmed Caleb Williams to see what he can handle and what he can't handle. Now that all of the install has been inputted into the team or whatever, now we're going to peel back some of the layers to make things easier for Caleb Williams. So I think you're going to see improvement from Caleb Williams. And again, he's already shown it this week. The last 2 days, he's been having good days. And we'll see how the joint practice goes tomorrow. But Caleb Williams is on the right track. He's going to be fine. He's going to be ready for week 1. And I don't know why Colin Cowherd made the suggestion that Ben Johnson didn't play him last week because he was trying to protect him. Are you kidding me? No. He didn't play him last week because the plan was not to play the starters. Okay? But this week, they're playing the starters. So here we go. All right. Any last thoughts, comments, questions before we get out of here? Let me know in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with me today. Again, I host this live stream every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central. So if you enjoyed the chat tonight, feel free to come back next Thursday. Also, actually, I think, now, don't hold me to this because I don't know if it's going to happen because people are busy. But actually, I think the next live stream on this channel is going to be on Tuesday night because I think my man Nick Rody from Just Another Year Chicago is going to stop by and chat with me about the Bears on Tuesday. So, again, don't pencil that in, but that is the tentative plan. So we are going to be streaming here on Tuesday night if we can get Nick Rody to stop by. If not, then it will just be a regular video as usual. But if the thing go according to plan, we will have a special guest here on Tuesday night for a live stream. It will be your boy Vipe and Nick Rody from Just Another Year Chicago Bears. And we'll be talking about the Bears on Tuesday, and that will be pretty cool. But Do you guys have any last minute questions or comments? Feel free. Feel free. Cornelius, man, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you showing up and showing out as always, man. Thank you for your support. I see y'all out there with the crown. We got Cornelius and KO Sports Talk. See y'all out there supporting your boy. So thank you for that. But yeah, I don't see anything else in the chat, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy your weekend, and hopefully Sunday night goes well here. But even if Sunday night doesn't go well, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But Sunday night is going to be very interesting to see Caleb Williams and the starters out there against the Bills. But until next time, bear down.